Hi friends, how's everyone doing today? I have some fun activities for us. So we're going to start out in your packet, and there's a plate in there and it says, I know food groups. And they're on our plate. Did you know, friends, that we eat all the different foods that we eat go in different food groups? We have a fruit food group, we have a vegetable food group, a grain food group, a protein food group, and a dairy food group. So we're going to get our plate out and decide which foods go in which group. And I already started mine. So you're going to get a plate out, and your plate's going to look like this. And you're going to have your grains, your fruits, your vegetables, and your proteins. And up here would be your dairy. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and color each section in your plate, Miss Becky colored her grains, and I colored the fruits blue, you can see underneath there. And then I colored the vegetables orange, and then I colored under here the protein. I colored the purple under there. Okay, so as you can see, each group is a different part on our plate, and up here's our dairy section. Okay, so first of all, we're going to put our fruits on our plate. So I'm going to write fruit with my crayon. Go ahead and get out your crayon. And I probably should have said before I started, and I'm sorry I didn't. All you'll need for this this project is some crayons and your glue stick and your scissors, because these little pieces will need cut out. I just did that already ahead of time, okay? So up here we said that this would be our fruit. What kind of fruits are on our plate, friends? Yes, there's bananas, grapes, apples. So I'm going to write that on here. I'm going to write fruit. Okay. So then the next part of my plate is here, and that's where Miss Becky's going to put the vegetables on my plate. So what kind of vegetables are on my plate? Yeah, there's a tomato and a piece of broccoli and a pea. So that's part of our vegetables. And remember, we talked about before last week that there's certain serving sizes we should have of each of these groups. So that's our vegetables. And then what are eggs and meat, friends? What are they? Might be a little bit harder, but they are our protein. So I'm going to write protein on there. And you can glue your picture on there. And then this one, Miss Becky still has to glue on. But what is our bread and cereal called? Do you remember, friends? Yeah, they're a grain. So I'm going to write grains on there. And I just did some of mine ahead of time just to save a little time for you guys. But you can go ahead and cut your pieces out and color them. And then I'm going to glue the grains on. Okay, friends, so look what I have on my plate so far. I have fruit, vegetables, protein, and grains. And then up here, we have, what do we have on the top up there? Yes, that would be our dairy. Okay, so we would have our dairy up on top. That would be our milk and our yogurt. So those are all parts of our food groups. They're all very important that we eat every part of those, okay? So go ahead and do your plate at home and send Miss Becky a picture on Dojo so I can see what yours looks like, okay? All right, next up we have a really fun math game. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can play this game. In your binder, you should have a set of hands like this. Okay, and it looks just like our hands, friends. So let's count how many numbers we have on the first hand. Are you ready, friends? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how many do we have on our second hand? Ready, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 fingers on each of our hands. So what if we count both hands? How many do you think that would make? Let's try it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 fingers with both of our hands. So we're going to take this down and we're going to practice, okay? So I'm going to show you our hands here. And I also have some numbers here. So friends, if we have 3 fingers on this hand and 2 fingers on this hand that we're going to count, how many would that be all together? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would give us 5 fingers. Let's try it again. What if we have 1 on this hand that we're going to count and 3 on this hand? Ready? 1, and then 1, 2, 3. And how many would that give us? 1, 2, 3, 4. That would give us 4, right? So I have another really fun way that we can play this math game. Are you ready? So I have here some pom-poms, and you should have some of these in your art box, okay? So we're going to try it with some pom-poms. Are you ready, friends? All right, let's bring it down. So if I have 1 pom-pom in this hand and 3 pom-poms in this hand, how many would I have all together? What do you think? Yep, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try it again, but this time we're going to try it with goldfish crackers. All right, and we're going to switch our numbers around. So let's see. If I have, let's see, we're going to put a 5 goldfish crackers in that hand and 2 in this hand. Are you ready? Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goldfish crackers in this hand. And then I'm going to have 2 goldfish crackers in this hand. So let's see, how many would that make? Let's count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would give me 7 goldfish crackers all together. All right, I'm going to take my goldfish crackers up and let's try it again one more time with Miss Becky has some Play-Doh here. So we're going to try some different numbers this time. And I'm going to make my Play-Doh into some little apples. You think I could make them into little apples? And if you have Play-Doh at home, you can get this and try it too, okay? So I'm going to make it into some apples here. So if I have 1 apple in this hand, and then what number is this, friends? You're right, that's number 3. So if I have 3 apples in this hand, let's see how many we would have all together. You ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would have 4 apples all together. So that's a fun way you can try that math game. You can use all different things. You could try Legos, do it with goldfish crackers. How about we try it one last time? We'll try it with crayons, okay? So let's see, we're going to change our numbers around a little bit here. All right, so if I have 1 crayon in this hand and 2 crayons in that hand, how many would I have all together? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's number 3. So that's a really fun math game. I want you to try it and send me some pictures of you doing it. Let me know what you decide to use to count within the hands, because you could try so many different things. You could get your Play-Doh out and you could even try Like I said, Legos, whatever you have around the house. All right, so that's the end of our math game. I'm going to put that away. And now I have for you, we're going to talk about some social cues. So this should be in your packet. Friends, did you know that sometimes we can tell by how someone feels by the way they can make things with their hands? What is the little boy in this picture doing? What's he making? Yeah, he's making a heart. And what does a heart usually show? Yes, it usually shows that we love someone. So, it looks like he's making a heart. Do you know there's other things you could make too with your hands? What would this mean? What does a thumbs up usually mean? Yeah, it means usually like a good job, right? Or how about a high five with your hand? So you can use your hands actually to even message somebody. And look at his face. What do you think he feels by his face? Yep, I think so too. He feels happy. He looks like he's very happy. How about this face? What does this little boy look like? What do you think he's doing with his hands like this? What do you think he might be doing? Yeah, I think he might be screaming. What do you think he's yelling? Or do you think he's whispering? He could be saying, way to go! Right? Or he could be saying, come here for a minute. So did you know that you can tell what someone's thinking by their voice? Isn't that really cool? So in your packet, there's a paper and it says, I can learn a lot from social cues. So you're going to get your crayon out, and on the top of your paper, bring it down here, you're going to put your name right on the top up here. So I'm going to put my name on there. And then you can color your paper, okay? So your paper says that I can listen to words through a tone of voice. So that means, friends, if someone's yelling, that you might be able to tell what their words are, or if they're whispering, or if they're talking silly. And then you can pay attention to how someone feels with how their body looks. Look at that little girl. See, she looks like, I don't know what's going on here. And then you can look for hand cues, just like we looked at the little boy that had the heart picture, or the heart with, not picture, heart with his hands. So you can do that too. So go ahead and color that at home. And then here's another one for you to put your name on. And it says, social, what is a social cue? And these kids what do they look like, friends, in this picture? What do you think they look like? Yeah, I think they look happy too. And how can you tell that they look happy? That's right, because they're smiling. So go ahead and write here what they look like and why you think they look like that. And this is the same as what we just talked about how we can listen to someone with our ears to see how they're feeling. Look at his body language. What does he look like? He looks like, to me, like he could be a little bit mad. And then you can use your hands. And then she is making a face. You can look at someone's face sometimes and see how they feel. How do you think she looks with her face? I almost think she might be a little bit worried. She looks like, I don't know. So along with that, there are these cutouts. I went ahead and did mine ahead of time. So you're just going to get your scissors and cut these out and just match them with what they go with. This one goes with body language. You can see how the boy is standing, friends, how his body looks. This one goes to the tone of voice. Like we said, you can hear that with your ears, how someone's voice sounds. Facial expressions. Sorry, those two got mixed up because I had to take them off for a minute. but the facial expressions would go with the facial expressions, and then the hand signs would go with the hand signs, okay? So go ahead and do that all. It's in your packet, and send us a picture because we really need to see lots of pictures of what you're doing. So I have one more thing for you, friends. We're going to talk about, did you know that we have 5 senses? That means it's different ways that we can look at things, listen, taste, touch, and smell. So how do you think that we look at things? What do you think we look at things with? Yes, you're right. We look at things with our eyes. So I'm going to write eyes on here. And would you like to see something with your eyes that I have here? Look, I have Olaf. Can you see him with your eyes? I'm looking at him with my eyes. Hi, friends. So that's what we look with, is our eyes. And we can see lots of things with our eyes. We can see the outside. We can see the grass. We can see our bedroom. We can see our parents. So those are all things we can see with our eyes. And then next, friends, what do we listen with? What do we listen with? Yes, our ears. We listen to things with our ears. We can hear all kinds of different sounds with our ears. What are some sounds that you can think of that you hear with your ears? I'm thinking of music, of a fire whistle. We can hear people talking. So I have something here that I got out of my kitchen. And can you hear it with your ears? It almost sounds like music. Okay, so that's something that you can listen to with your ears. What's next? Taste. What do we use to taste with? Yes, we use our mouth. And there are so many things that we can taste with our mouth that we eat, right? Like pizza and chicken and fruits and vegetables, all the foods we just talked about. So look what I have here that we can taste. You want to know what this is? Yes, it's an orange. That's something that we can taste. All right, so next I have here touch. What's something that we use to touch with? Can anyone think of anything? Yes, our hands. And look what I have here. You all have one of these in your art kit. Look what it is. It's pom-pom, and I can touch it and it feels soft. And then the last one I have here is smell. What do we smell with, friends? What do we use on our face that we smell with? You got it, your nose. Yes, that helps us to smell. And there's so many different things that we can smell. I have one thing here, candle. I can smell it. You can smell an orange when you peel it. And there's so many things that you can smell. And we're so glad that we have all of these ways that we can use our senses, right? So actually you can go on YouTube and there is a video that you can watch, and it's called the Look, Listen, Taste, Touch, and Smell video. And you can go ahead and watch that and learn more about your senses. And then also there's a book called Brown Bear, What Do You See, that you can watch today. And I really hope everyone has a good day, and I will see everyone very soon. Bye, friends.